Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Designs by Emma and I'm Emma. Today we have got an unboxing for you and this unboxing is brilliant. It is a kitchen gadget that I absolutely love and it is the Instantpot Pro Crisp Plus Air Fryer. Now as you can see I have got the original Crisp, sorry, not Pro Crisp, but this one is the swanky new version. Kindly gifted to me from Instant Brands. So I am going to, because this box is really heavy, I'm going to unbox it off camera, stick everything on here, show you what we get in the box. Okay, so this is what we've got in the box. Obviously you saw the pot, I've taken the lid off. This is the pressure cooker lid with the new design steam diverter as well, which is really good. We'll get to see that later in the water test that I'm going to do. We also have this inside the pot. We have the air fryer basket, which goes onto the air fryer stand, and then the grill or dehydrator tray goes in there. So when you air fry, this will go inside the inner pot. All the grease and fat and everything will go through the holes, and the air can circulate because this is raised up off the bottom. We also get the trivet. This trivet that comes with the crisp is brilliant. It snaps, the legs snap into place, so it becomes a taller trivet. Excellent for cooking in here if you want to pressure cook and get things out of water, or if you're air frying and you want things to be up. We then have the air fryer lid, and the air fryer lid, there's also a base. So when you are air frying, it goes that way. It protects your unit, obviously, because this is going to be hot when it comes off your pot. So that goes like that, and then for storage it screws on, which I can never get this on properly when I'm holding it like this, so for now I'm going to leave it like that while I show you the rest of the pot. Inside the pot we've got the inner pot. New feature for the Pro Crisp is the inner pot has these handles that lock into place on the frame. That means that you're not going to have a spinning pot. It sits in there and it's not going anywhere, so when you're mixing this can't spin around. Really simple. So like I said, if you're going to air fry, the air fryer basket will go inside. You don't have to have this, but it helps to circulate the air. Air fryer basket will go inside. Air fryer lid literally just sits on the pot. If I can get it lined up. I'm normally standing in front of this and I'm doing it. There we go. And obviously if it was turned on, it would make its little beepy noise. I've not got it plugged in. Another new feature that the Pro Crisp has is, if I scoot you in front of the camera, sorry, it has a fixed plug. So where the old Instant Pots have a cord that you plug in, this one, the new one, it is just through the front again, completely and totally fixed in. So you're not going to lose it. And it also has, I'm turning it, a little clip here, so you can clip the cord out of the way. When we tidy it up, for instance, it'll wrap around and then clip onto there, so your plug's not going to dangle. So that is what we got in the box. That is the air fryer lid, like I said. Air fryer lid lifts straight off onto the stand, and your pressure cooker lid. Another new feature, we have a physical marker. So whereas on the old pot we just had a mark, sort of a decal on here that showed you where to line up. On here we have a physical marker and a physical mark on the lid. So we line those up, twist, and we are locked in place. That's what's in the box. Let's get on with the water test. So here we are, set up for the water test. So I've plugged the machine in. As you can see on the screen, it says off. All we need to do for the water test, take the lid off, pop it on the stand. Love this feature as well. You're not going to lock the lid off. Take out the air fryer basket, we don't need that. We are going to leave the main pot in. You always cook with this in. Got here 3 cups of 750 ml of just tap water. That goes straight into the pot, just like that. We're going to pop the air fryer lid on, line up that marker, twist it round, hear the sound. Pressure cook, time 5 minutes. We press the dial. Press select. This is new on this part that we have a dial feature, but it's so simple to use. And press start. Leave it to do its thing. Come back when it's finished. Quick thing to note as well with this pot, Because we have the new LCD screen, it gives you more information. So at the moment we are on the preheating section. There are 3 little notches on this, so you can see how far it is into the preheat. It will then go on to cooking, I believe, which is 4 notches. And then because we have the keep warm thing selected, it'll switch to keep warm. So that's all really nice and interesting to know. It means you can see where in the cooking process your pot is. Makes things a little bit easier when planning meals, etc. So as you can see, we're now flashing on the 3rd stage of preheat. The pot is making a noise a bit like a really quiet kettle. And at the top here, this here, just there, that will pop up when pressure is achieved in the pot. So you can see there's a little bit of steam coming out. That's because inside this pot, the water is boiling away, and that steam is creating pressure inside the pot. And when there's enough pressure, it will push up that valve. So don't be alarmed. You can hear the noise building slightly. It's going to pop up any second. A little bit of sputtering, again, absolutely normal, nothing to worry about. You can see the valves dancing. We always call it dance anyway. Sometimes it wiggles up and down for a good sort of minute or so. It's just building pressure. There we go. The valve's up. It's on preheating. And when the pressure stabilises within the pot, because obviously now that seal's up, the pressure is building, it will switch across to, I'm sure it's cooking, but let's have a look. This water test is just to let you get used to the machine, so you know what it's going to do whilst you're cooking, and there's nothing at all scary. There we go. It's cooking, so our timer comes up, and that is going to count down to 0. So we set it for 5 minutes. When it gets to 0, it will switch over to keep warm function, which we will cancel when we get there. So I'll pop back when the cooking progress is finished. So we've just finished, hence you heard the beep. And you can see on the screen we've now got over to keep warm, and that timer will count up, so you will know how long ago your food finished cooking. Because we don't want to carry on cooking, it's just the water test, we're going to go ahead and press cancel. And then up here, as you can see, this is the switch I showed you before. At the moment it's on seal. I'm going to flick it to vent, but before I do that I'm going to go pop the camera on its mount. I don't want to be getting steam all over my phone. Okay, so the camera is on, and I'm just going to flick this switch here. So simple. That is it. So we wait for this now to finish doing its release. This is called a quick release because we are manually releasing the pressure. Some recipes, you see, will call for a natural pressure release. If that is the case, you don't do anything. You leave that switch alone, walk away from your pot, leave it on keep warm or turn off keep warm. It doesn't really make a difference. And the temperature inside the pot will gradually lower, and that pressure will gradually release by itself. For most things, in about 10 minutes the pressure is released, but depending on how full your pot is. If you filled your pot as full as you can, which I believe is 2/3 full, don't quote me on that, I always double check, then it can take upwards of half an hour, sometimes an hour. That valve at the top has now dropped down. That was the little clip you heard. So now we can turn the lid, lift it up. Any remaining water just inside there will go in there, stand it on its stand, and we're done. The water test was a success. We've got really hot water in there. Nothing scary, as I've said before. I'm going to have a play with my pot now for the next few days. I'm going to be doing a few different recipes. If there's anything in particular you'd like to see, if you've got any questions, comment down below, I will respond. And if you want more videos like this one, give me a subscribe. A like is also really good. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.